Hi, and good evening, and welcome to the Psychic Talk with Priscilla Gendron. And it's a great pleasure to be back. My usual spot, Friday night, same time, same place. And joining me today is a very special, very, very, very special friend, an amazing human being, all the way from Birmingham in the UK, the amazing Suki Klair. Welcome, Suki.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for asking me to join you tonight, Priscilla. It's really great as always to work with you and connect with you and bring all of these beautiful communications out.
Definitely, because it's we always seem to, and I always seem to be able to catch you at the last minute and say, Suki, put your lippy on and get on the.
Yes. I put my lippy on and she said, dress up in something Christmassy. And here it is, my Rudolph top, which I've had in the cupboard for like 3 years. And I thought, okay, better get that out now.
That's it. Dust it off and, maybe have some cheer and some fun along the way.
Yeah,
so we've got some
definitely.
wonderful people joining us already. Welcome, everybody. We've got Tracy. Hi, good evening, Tracy. Welcome.
Hello, Tracy.
Yeah, good evening, Suki. And our amazing Eileen. Hi, Eileen. Mwah. Big hugs and kisses.
Hello, Eileen.
Thank you. So wonderful that everybody's here today. And, we were thinking about what we were going to chat about. And, sometimes it just evolves into something, or we just get onto a little tangent and off we go. And I was saying to Suki earlier on that when I created the event, I had put a little picture on and it said love. And I just thought it was just such a lovely image. So we thought we'd talk about love, everything to do with love. And I don't know, what does love mean to you, Suki?
Oh, I think the interpretation of love is very multi-layered. There's the love that we have for others. For example, love that we have for our children, our parents, our siblings, love that we have for our colleagues, and the love that we have for our community. But then and the world, shall we say, as one. But then there's love that we have for ourselves, which is normally lacking. There's that phrase, the American phrase that says you must love yourself in order to progress, in order to move forward. And that always makes me think about what exactly does that mean. So for me, love is multi-layered, but I think that when I work with my spirit guides and I'm connecting with my interdimensional guide Amber, she always starts the conversation and ends the conversation with "We love you, we love you, we love you." And every time I hear that phrase, I get such a beautiful hug, and I think pure, innocent, 100% love that comes from that center, that light. You can't miss it.
Definitely. And I think that it comes in, as you say, very multidimensional, because it can be represented in so many different ways and in so many different things that we do.
Yeah.
And that's important, love, if we don't have love for ourselves, as you say, then what is the point? Because it's like we can't then impart our love to others, or we can't progress in our lives if we don't have love, for what we're doing, for our passion. And it's almost like a fuel to fuel us through life.
Yeah, it's definitely the journey of love, and especially the journey of love for self is certainly not a smooth road. I'm speaking from experience, from my own experience of my life and my ups and downs. It's taken me a long time to really understand what it is to actually love myself enough to say to somebody, I'm sorry, but I can't do that. The answer is no. That is me loving myself. That is me understanding that my needs are important, and that goes down to the seed of how much do you honor yourself, how much do you love yourself in order to make the positive changes in your life that need to happen. And sometimes we don't always see the positive changes in our lives straight away. It may be that it takes a little bit of time for that to come through. But as long as you keep continuing that journey of learning to love yourself and getting stronger and stronger, those changes come about in the most beautiful way. And it is about trusting yourself enough to say, yes, I am important. So therefore, as much as I know that I am loved by spirit, we need to take responsibility for some of that as well.
Very much so, because we can get all the love we want from spirit and from people around us, but if we can't get it from ourselves, then we don't achieve what we want. And then Arlene says the love we receive from our other dimensional guides or hierarchy is so special. Love your relationship with Amber and how they begin and end their time with you.
Thank you. Before I actually started communicating with Amber openly, or basically I trusted myself enough to allow her in, I always felt this sense of this presence, and the only way I could describe it was somebody giving me a hug, somebody saying it's going to be okay, somebody loving me enough to say, we got your back, we're here, let me help you. Without having any add-ons to that support that's been offered. Sometimes what happens in our normal lives, we sometimes do get support, but it also comes with clauses that may be too much for us to pay back, shall we say, or we feel that we can't reciprocate that love. But when you receive pure love, it's unconditional, completely unconditional, and that can be very overwhelming as well as humbling as well at the same time.
Very much so, because it's in its pure essence then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Arlene says, so true. I believe, as you do, that self-love is what we are here to remember. Very, very much. Very true. It's like I know there's the story of from the Talmud, I think it is. I stand corrected, where your soul is then presented in front of the book, and then you are given your whole story. And as you're about to be born, it touches your head, and then you forget, and then you spend the rest of your life trying to remember why you're here, and the story that you meant to impart through love. Arlene says, so true. That unconditional loving relationship makes it so much easier to be her on this earthly plane.
Yeah, certainly. So. The fuel that drives the universe is love, completely. And I think as human beings, when exactly what you've just said, Priscilla, when we have forgotten our connection to source, our connection to the divine, and we are sort of scraping around in the dark, shall we say, because we know it, we have this essence, we have this sense that there is more, which is what drives us to strive for our purpose. And we also have this sense of the acceptance and the ability to love at such a deep level, and each experience that we have is simply taking us back to source, back to that pure love. And it is sometimes, it can be a very destructive journey, but that destructive journey is back to love, as much as it can be a very positive journey as well, in the road that you reach at the end, to say, yes, I understand myself, and I had to embrace that love for myself in order to move forward.
Very much so, and sometimes we have to just pull it apart. And Tracy says, they say that there's only two emotions, love and fear. And then it says, I know we are speaking about love, but how would one break a curse or negativity that's maliciously sent to one? So it's like, going down sort of that road, in terms of what we would perceive curses or being people doing things to you that in a negative way or get affected in a negative way. It's very difficult to fuel that emotion, but the more that you give it fuel, the more it becomes entranced, ensconced in your life, and you just become entrenched with it, and it starts to take over. So then the love disappears and it goes into the fear. And also, I think that maybe in the negativity for her, it's like, how do you break that cycle and take it back to love?
It's very difficult to even to admit that when we are trapped in that state of fear, exactly what is holding us there. What are we fearful about? What are we being pushed with this negativity that is around us? What are we being pushed to do? What are we being pushed out of? We are being pushed out of our essence, our center. So when you talk about negativity, there is a school of thought that says there is nothing that you can't sell your soul, for example, because your soul is not yours. Your soul is eternal. Your soul belongs to Source. So you can't sell something that's never belonged to you. You are simply a guest, shall we say. That soul is gifted to you. When it comes to negative thoughts, and we have a door open for that thought to come in because there is something lacking in us where we are not completely surrounded by that platform of love and that experience that we are having, in the sense of there's a weakness within ourselves, shall we say, that allows that negativity in. Nothing can break that bond of love. So when we are trying to break that negativity, it is simply sending that thought out to whoever it might be, or sending that thought out to that negative essence and saying, I love you, I love you, I love you. And it is about strengthening that essence within you of simply by using those words, I love you, I love you, I love you. And how powerful are those words when one after the other in the Trinity, the mind, the body, and the spirit, you are saying, there's nothing you can do that can that can throw me off my game, because my love for you is that strong, you cannot fight it. Turning it around. Okay.
Yeah.
We've always faced, and we always will face individuals and situations where we feel that we are being bombarded by negative energy. But if your life force is that strong, and when I mean about the life force, your love for yourself and your love that is coming from Source, that you are connecting to, is so strong that that barrier is impenetrable.
Yes.
Nothing can get through. But as soon as you start from within, burrowing through that with the fear that you are holding to think something's going to come and get me, you're creating a gap in that force field. You're creating a gap in that presence to allow that negativity to come in. And yes, it is a lesson for us to learn. It is a lesson for us to energize ourselves when we are faced with that negative situation. And the starting point is to recognize that where's the weakness in our love field, shall we say?
Yes. Definitely. Eileen is saying very well language, Suki. Definitely.
Oh, thank you.
We've got some more people that have joined us this evening. Hi, Modi Live is here. Hi, Modi. And Brent Lee, all the way from India. Hi, Brent Lee. Welcome.
Hi, Brent. Hi, laddie.
So, okay, we're with GD. Hi, everyone. I was wondering if you're taking any questions. Yes, we are. Just put your little question in the chat box, and we'll endeavor to answer it or get some insight from Amber. But Suki's also brought some little toys to play with today. So she's got some amazing cards. So tell us a bit about the cards you've got.
This is my favorite deck of cards. I mean, I am an angel card reader. For some reason, I never connected with the tarot cards, despite my best efforts. So I work with a lot intuitively, and these angel cards, which are by Stuart Pearce, these I don't know what you can see. These are one of my favorite packs. So I got these out earlier, and I thought let's ask the angels, let's ask Source, let's ask for some loving messages, because this whole show is about love. Let's ask for some loving messages, and the messages from Spirit are always always based on love. Even when they want to kick our ass to say, come on, let's get on with it, it is always based on love. So I was asking, and I was saying to Priscilla earlier, let's get some messages from Spirit about some positive vibes that we can plug into, shall we say, because there's a lot of negativity around, especially with this new variant coming in, and people locking down, and people's fears are being amplified again as to, oh no, not again, we are going through 2020 again. It seems like Groundhog Day to many people. So we wanted to bring some positive, loving vibes into the arena, to give people out there something, put some sunshine back in their life, shall we say, and put the glow back in their heart, because that's where it starts. It really does start from within.
Very much so, definitely.
And as I've been speaking to you, beautiful card. The first card that came up is expect abundance, people. This is a question I've been asking about the next year, 2022. Expect abundance. I mean, look at that beautiful golden foundation that tree is standing on, and that light that's coming up from above, from source. And it is about having an attitude of gratitude as well. Sometimes people say that when they go to countries where people don't have a lot, people literally don't have a roof over their head, they don't have running water, and they're very, very poor in that sense in comparison to perhaps their own background. But one of the main things that they always come away with is how happy people are, how they are smiling, how they are always welcoming and open with their love, shall we say, and that is their attitude of gratitude with the abundance that they have. They are very, very grateful for everything around them, and I think we have been forgetting that we have a lot to be grateful for. As much as the fear is bombarding us and trying to keep us down, trying to keep our vibration at a state of fear. As mentioned earlier, there's only two vibrations, love and fear, and there's this spiritual battle going on between the two forces. It's about keeping your integrity, which was the next card that came up. So I picked 3 cards, and keeping your integrity. And integrity is based on your values, how honest are you with yourself, based on your outlook of life. Are you the type of person that will look at somebody else and say, what can I get from them? Or are you the type of person based on love and say, how can I help them? What can I do for them without wanting or needing anything back from them? Okay. And the third card that came up is for next year. It's going to take a lot of courage for us to step through what we have gone through and what we are still going through. And it's going to take a lot of courage to hang on to our sanity almost and fight the onslaught of fear that we are going to be and we are being bombarded with continuously. So it is going back to raising the vibration of this moment. It's going back to that place of love, whatever that place is. Okay, it could be that you might think about a loved one and it brings a smile to your face, when you are remembering a happy instance, a funny instance, a memory that comes up, that's like almost like it explodes any negativity around you because of the force of that memory, that happy memory that brings a smile to your heart, and not giving up. And I think faith is one of the other things that keeps us going, because without faith there is, and without hope, there is that sense of, well, what's the point?
Yeah, because it's not easy to continue to have faith and hope going forward.
No,
and it's never giving up. And you're right in a sense, is that we've been so for the last 2 years, we've been so bombarded, and everything has been based in fear, 100% or 1,000% or 1 trillion% based in fear. And it's how we've all had to deal with it in our own ways. And so it is, you said it's right, it's about coming back to love, because that's the purest essence of where we are as human beings.
Yeah, my mom gets very annoyed at me because when we're having these conversations, she'll say, "You're not afraid of anything." And I said, "Well, what's there to be afraid of, Mom? Tell me what is there actually to be afraid of?" And I think one of the things is because I don't watch TV. I haven't had a TV for about 10, 15 years. And she's constantly in that state of watching the news, being bombarded by that negativity, being bombarded by the tales of woe and fear and disruption and destruction and war. And all of these vibrations are hitting her psyche constantly. So when I come, she goes, "You're not afraid of anything." And she can't answer that question. What is there actually to be afraid of? Because we are born from love, and the journey that we take, we go back to love. So in the middle, what is actually to be afraid of? And yes, I'm afraid of this, and I'm afraid of that, and I'm afraid of that. But when it boils down to it, what in essence does that fear represent? What actually exists in order for you to feel so fearful about your life that you deny yourself the love from others and the love of self? That is, you don't have to pay for it. It's not going to cost you anything. It's not going to take away anything from you. All it does, it gives you that abundance. It gives you that sense of self. It gives you that hope. It gives you that faith. All of that is fueled by love.
Definitely. So let's do a few little cards, shall we? So we'll start off, because our first person that was on tonight was Tracy. So let's have a little card for Tracy.
Okay, I'm going to put these back into the deck. So I'm going to keep with the Angels of Atlantis. So let's have a look. Say, Tracy, positive, beautiful message for you, Tracy, because I think, was it Tracy that asked that question about the negativity around her, etc.?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Tracy, for you, it's having that patience that everything will be okay. And I think sometimes when we get impatient with ourselves because we want things to happen now, we want to get over to the other side of the river and not have to go in the boat to experience the rocky transition over the water onto the other side, when we know that on the other side there is that safety, there is that sense of abundance there. But the fear is, I can't go over that river, I don't want to go. So for you, it is about patience, having patience that everything around you will settle and it will be okay. And I think for what I'm feeling from you, there's a sense of heightened anxiety and a sense of everything seems to be out of control. Settle your senses, sit in that place of love, and whatever you are fighting at the moment will become much more clearer for you. Okay, because you are in that state of sitting in that umbrella of negativity and lack of abundance and fear. You're that shadow of that umbrella that they're showing me is hiding all the beauty around you, the abundance around you. So be more patient with yourself. Okay, that's what they're saying. I'm going to pick another card, and I got freedom for you. I mean, look at it. I think next year, certainly when the daffodils come up, because I'm looking at him and he's beautiful yellow. It's the sense of freedom will come for you round about spring next year. Okay, but in the meantime, have that patience around you, and don't keep digging that hole of fear around you where you feel that you can't get out.
Yeah, she says, wow. Yes, that is spot on. Very disruptive at the moment, and yes, anxiety, and yes, you are so accurate.
Oh, bless you.
All very spot on. So then we have our beautiful Eileen, our gorgeous heart healer, Eileen, in the USA. So nice card for Eileen.
Okay, let me pick one for Eileen. She's got a beautiful energy. She's like a ball of sunshine in herself.
She's gorgeous. She is gorgeous.
Yeah, so when I'm picking up, because I keep getting this child giggling around her, you know, sort of like she's got this very childlike essence, this energy about her, where she looks at things in a very pure, beautiful, innocent light. Even though it may not have been life in itself, may not have always been that way, you've always retained that sense of self, that sense of innocence. And what's coming up, what jumped out is intuition. I feel like with you, Eileen, you simply need to everything's been aligned. Everything's been aligned. It's taken you a long time to get to a place where you feel that things are finally in the right place at the right time for you to do what you've always wanted to do. And your intuition, you're very spot on with your intuition, connecting to spirit, connecting to source. And I do have a sense about you that next year, or very soon before the end of the year, you'll be meeting some beautiful new interdimensional guides. I feel that a sense of they are around you, and their essence is you've been needing that hug, you've been needing that sense of placement, because I feel like you feel a bit displaced. But trust your instincts, and I feel there's a beautiful guide coming around you who will make themselves known to you, who's literally from the planet of love, shall we say, and they'll bring a lot of sense of security for you. Okay, so trust your instincts around things around you at this moment.
Definitely. Oh, that's beautiful. That's absolutely amazing. She's an incredible woman. Right, let's see who else we have. We've got what about Modi Live?
Okay, Modi, I'm going to pick this one for you. Okay, Modi, set your intention for next year. Okay, I do, because all of a sudden I heard this tinkling of gold coins being showered. But set your intention. I feel you're a little bit all over the place at the moment. You need to be more specific as to exactly where you want to be, where you want to go, and where you feel your purpose is. And when I say where your purpose is, because I feel there's a bit of confusion there around your purpose, it is about setting your intention. And you sailing off into the sunset, because you finally have reached that place of peace within yourself, and it's taken you a long time to get there. So now, because you've almost completed that journey of self-discovery, it is about setting your intention as to where you want to be next year. And I think very quickly you will find that when you get all, the thing is, it's like when we have intentions, it's a bit like going out and you're going for a buffet, and you're hungry and you've got these 100 dishes in front of you and you want to try each one, but you know, even if you have a teaspoon of each one of these dishes, by the time you get to dish 20, you're going to feel thoroughly sick. So you need to be a little bit more specific as to what purpose around you. And I feel that you've got at least 5 that you're dipping in and out of, but nothing seems to be completed. You need to narrow that down to at least 3 next year, and that will be further narrowed down to just the one, which will very much match your energy, match your character, match your sense of self. But I don't feel that you're quite there at the moment. Okay, it is about setting the intention. You cannot taste. They're giving me the buffet again. Sometimes the dishes in the buffet, they may look nice, but they don't exactly deliver what the looks are. They don't always taste right, or they may have been on the table for too long and they're cold and they're not appetizing. And take them off the plate. Take them off the table, so that you know I'm not going to look at that, and that's okay. But I get the feeling that you keep going back and picking that plate up again, putting it back on the table and saying, what if I miss something? What if I miss something? Okay. Yeah. You're not missing anything. What you are missing, though, is that sense of purposeful tranquility, is what they're saying, where you feel this is where I need to be. This is where I should be. This is where I want to be, and this is where I must be. Okay, and if you get yes to all of those questions and all of those statements, you are in the right place.
Yeah,
Okay,
she's
so
definitely
set your
saying that.
intention.
She says,
Don't
I'm
wait till,
struggling with what to do. She says, thank
yeah,
you, you're spot on. So yeah, it's true. It's like you stand in front of that buffet and you have these 20 different things and they all look good and you want
yeah,
to eat them all, but you can't. So
yeah,
it's about
yeah,
just finding one and going with them.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's very good. Okay. Next one, Brent Lee, our lovely Brent Lee in India.
Oh, what jumped out for you, Brent? As soon as Priscilla said your name, wisdom. You
Oh,
you
lovely.
you. Although you are young in years, Brent, you are very old in mind. You are very old in wisdom. You have a looking at the Sphinx. The nose is gone and the Sphinx. And I need to say to you, don't what's that saying? Don't bite your nose to spite your face, shall we say? Because
Yeah,
I
don't
get the feeling, yeah, yeah. Is that the phase? I always get that wrong. The Sphinx, the nose is missing, and I feel like with you is you're holding yourself back. You're holding yourself back because you feel that where you naturally are being drawn to, where you want to go, where your wisdom is, because I feel that you do have this great wisdom within you and you are denying yourself because it doesn't fit into the box that you've been told to fit into. Okay, that's the wrong path for you. You need to follow your own wisdom, your own intuition. You need to bring the energy of that ancient wisdom that you carry within you naturally, and trust yourself enough to sit there and allow yourself to express that wisdom. Okay, and your age, I think you feel is, well, there's only little old me. What do I know? Because I haven't learned this. You don't need to learn it, Brent. You already know it, but you are not trusting yourself enough to say, okay, and this is not from ego. Don't confuse ego with the sense of purpose of self that you already are tapped into, source. That is not ego. Okay, so don't cut your nose to spite your face, which is what you're doing at the moment. Get out of your way.
Yeah.
And
So, so
2020 for you will be a beautiful year of growth and acceleration of recognizing your wisdom. Okay,
very true.
and
I think
write
that's
things down. You need to start writing things down.
right. Or GD came back and has said it's a love question. Wanted to ask what I can expect between me and a specific person from December moving into the new year. Thank you. So I suppose it's also like, is the person the right one for you?
Relationship question. Okay.
Oh, it's the
You know,
love. It's the love. It's the love dot. So
okay. When we are in a relationship, when we look at another person and we see that you're identifying, shall we say, flaws or inadequacies or gaps in where you are not being fulfilled, it is a question to the self. It is a reflection back to self. And okay, the joy, there's great joy in that relationship for you, but you have got to start accepting the joy, because I feel like it's a little bit sort of on a stretched hand at the moment. You've got your hand stretched in front of you and you're saying, okay, hold your horses, slow down a little bit. I can only take a bit at a time. Okay, and it feels like you're managing your joy. You've got to be completely joyful, open-hearted, and you will find that there's nothing going to be lacking in your life as far as that relationship, that balance is concerned. But there
that
is a
sounds
beautiful energy.
amazing.
There's a beautiful symbiotic energy between the both of you. There's a beautiful flow of energy between you where you balance each other out. If I always say that if you met a person who was identical to you in every which way, you'd soon get ratty with each other, because we very much can get on our own nerves, shall we say. So we need someone to challenge us. We need someone to stretch our imagination, stretch our consciousness, stretch our learning, and for them to challenge us in so many levels, even challenge us to accept love, shall we say. And that can be a difficult that can be a difficult journey to do, because you feel like, well, I'm not going to love, I'm only going to love you this much because you're not giving me what I want, or the love that I'm receiving from you isn't enough for me. And you have to ask yourself, why is that love not enough for you? What is empty in you that you are not feeling that love, that you are editing that love, shall we say? And this is the general. This is not directed at yourself. This is a general statement. But yes, great joy for you.
Great joy. Well, that sounds fantastic. So I do apologize. I keep on having to just put myself on mute because we have got a group going past our house with all the sirens, the ambulances, the fire department, all doing a parade with the kids and Father Christmas. And so, yeah, I keep on having to put myself on mute. So if you see my mouth moving, it's just
right. I know you never asked, Priscilla, but I've just picked a card for you.
Oh, thank you.
and look at this card, miracles.
Oh, wonderful.
And for you, it's definitely
miracles.
Yes, we all must believe in miracles, because you are a miracle. That's what they're saying. You are a miracle. You are a miracle that is affecting so many people, and you are helping to nurture and support so many people, because that's your big hand holding the hands of so many people around you who feel that they're not big enough or old enough or experienced enough or knowledgeable enough to do what you do, and you always nurture them. So they're saying expect miracles in your life as well. Okay, I hope you can take that card.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you. I do. My own journey has been, one very roller coaster ride from beginning to end, and I do feel as if I've got to a stage now in my life where I feel as if the more that I can create a platform and a strong foundation platform for myself to stand on and help others onto, to allow them to also then take a step up or a step forward. For me, that I feel is where I found my love in my purpose.
Yeah, because that is I am present was the next card that came up for you.
Oh,
you're
wow.
definite. The I am present is also the sense of divine timing, and you are here at exactly the right time at the right place, doing exactly what you're meant to be doing, and there's that balance with the miracles that will come in for you. Okay, and that balance is definitely the balance of the mind, the body, and the spirit.
Very much so. And I think that, sometimes it takes us our entire lives almost to get to that point where we are then happy and contented, and we realize, okay, I've got it now. I know what I'm supposed to be doing, and this is where I'm going to go.
I mean, we can have many rebirths of ourselves in this lifetime without having to physically die.
Yes.
We can expire emotionally from a person that we were to be reborn into the person you are today, or the next person that will get you through the next stage of your life. The next ending, beginning and ending is certainly a lifetime in itself, from the start to the death of that life, that stage of your life, for you to be reborn to the next stage of your life. So we go through many experiences of life and death within this lifetime as well, which again, it always leads back to basics. The basics is what do I need for myself? What is important for me? And it all again goes back to the scene. How much do you love yourself enough for you to say, that's not good for me. You're not good for me. This situation is not working for me. I need to honor myself.
Yes. And it's about, and then when you, as you say, you're ending that specific part of your life and you're stepping into a new part. And it's about relearning to love the new part, because
Yeah.
we comfortable with the old parts, but now there's this whole new way of doing things and being and loving and talking and being. And now we're going to learn to love that as well. So
Yeah.
that's where the big change comes,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. And it is about acceptance. When we are trying to learn something from an experience, we can overanalyze things. And we can get in our way. Sometimes it's just an acknowledgement of, yes, this happened, this is what I should have done for me, and this what I didn't do. And now I know myself enough, because I feel stronger in myself. I love myself enough to say, yes, this is, I can move from this now. I can let this go. I can send any sort of issues that I might be holding on to say, well, I release that with love. And that can be a rebirth in itself.
Susan says it's my new hairstyle. Thank you. It's an enforced hairstyle, unfortunately, but it's so true. And Eileen says, ladies, I surround you both with love, and thank you for your loving presence and how you both serve. You're loved deeply. Blessings.
Oh, thank you so much.
Right. So Susan has a question. I was just looking for it. I had to scroll up and down and scroll up and down. Oh, yes, there we go. So Susan's question is, what do I need to know to expedite the abundance with ease, joy, and love?
Oh, okay. Feel that you deserve it. Feel that you actually deserve it. You know, not because sometimes we can get in the way of our own abundance and love and joy and acceptance, because we feel like, oh, you know what, maybe I'll just have that little slice of cake, you know, not the whole one that's being offered to me, that's being given to me. I'll just take that little bit, because that's all I feel I want, I need. But what you actually are saying is, that's all I feel I deserve. Open your arms and say, I deserve all of it. All of it, because there's plenty out there. There's plenty of abundance there. There's plenty of joy and love and positive experiences out there for us to embrace. We simply have to, I just feel like you, in the morning when you get up and you put your feet on the floor and you ground yourself, just open your arms, and with the most joyful expression right from within, right from deep, bring that emotion up and say, I deserve it all. And watch what changes. Watch how your vibration changes. Watch how your status within yourself changes. Because we have these little microchips in our brain, shall we say, not the physical ones, but we have these physical ones as well at some point, perhaps, but we won't go into that. We have these programs running in our minds that tell us, you know, why should you deserve that? You haven't worked hard enough for that. You don't deserve that because you don't appreciate it. You never, all of these negative vibrations that are running through our mind that keep us away from our abundance. And for you, it is definitely about cleansing those thoughts. Because I feel like sometimes, you know, it does feel like we are between a rock and a hard place, and we're trying and trying and trying and trying, and nothing seems to work. It's the trying in itself that is the block, because you're having to try for something that you are not openly willing to accept you deserve. And you will have that breakthrough, but it's very heart-centered for you. It's very much about the emotions of self. Okay, so try that, and this is for all of you. Try that little opening prayer in the morning for yourself. You all deserve everything that you desire positive in life, and with all the love that comes with it. Accept it without fear, without feeling, you're not good enough, because you are.
Yeah.
And until you 100% acknowledge that in yourself, and you 100% accept that, everything else around you, whatever barriers have been built up, and they all crumble to nothing. Because all of that is based on nothing. It doesn't. There's nothing tangible, physical that's there. It's all within.
Yeah,
I hope
very
that
much
answers
so.
the question.
Oh, I hope so too. Fantastic. So we're going to play a little game, and if anybody would like to get a little free session, it's a 30-minute session with Suki as a gift. This is my normal thing. You put a number between 1 and 11 into the chat, and then we'll choose a winner. But now Suki and I haven't arranged a number beforehand. So Suki, can you put it in the private chat for me?
I've got a number in mind.
Oh, you got a number in mind?
I've written it down. So let me write it down, and I'll fold it up so that okay. I've written it down on here. Okay, so there's no cheating.
No cheating. Okay, people are putting numbers in. Woohoo! Off we go. Come on, guys. Put some numbers in the box. Got some numbers coming up. Let's have a look. Keep putting numbers in. Got another minute or so. So while we're doing that and we're waiting for the numbers, should we maybe just take a card for 2022?
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I want to pick 3 cards for the world. I want to pick 3 cards for the future.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, right. The first card that came up was Grace.
Grace, wonderful.
Yes. Take everything gracefully. It's like we are transitioning, we are moving. This is this is a swan that is flying from the cold waters to the warmer waters, because the cold waters are no longer congruent with the lifestyle that she wants to lead. She needs to be heading to warmer waters. We will be heading towards warmer waters, but although initially it will feel that we are in a state of, oh my gosh, can things get any worse? Okay, so don't get pulled down with the fear. And there has to be balance, because where there's light, there's always going to be darkness. It just depends on how you structure your sense of self. Do you sit in the darkness, or do you want to bring out the light and keep shining the light? So there has to be balance. Okay, balance, emotional balance, spiritual balance, physical balance. So this is about looking at areas in your life, and for everyone out there, areas in your life that need attention, and bring that balance back. And again, the integrity card came out. This is being true to yourself. Okay, true to your values. What are your values? Are your values based on love? Are your values based on truth? Are your values based on honoring yourself and people around you? And are they based on you guiding yourself to that place and that moment where you need to be? And doing things with integrity. Okay, and that's all based on love. Doing things from a place of love.
And that's just so appropriate for what we've been talking about today.
Yeah.
Definitely. Right. I'm still seeing people haven't been putting numbers in. Come on, guys. Throw some numbers into the chat. We've only got a few people that have put numbers in. Come on, Arlene. Put your number in as well. We all deserve to have a freebie for Christmas.
Why not?
Why not? And yeah, so we've got some numbers on. So still putting some numbers in and going for more than one, covering their options. So while we're waiting for that to happen, if anybody would,
you can have more than one number, as long as you're not picking every number between 1 and 11. Was it?
Yeah, that's it. So we have Suki's email address. So if anybody would like to get hold of Suki, then you're more than welcome to email her at blue.orchid15@hotmail.com, and she'll be happy to respond and set up a session with them. Right. So, okay. So everybody's put in some numbers, and okay. So drum roll, please. And the number is, Suki?
The number is number 4.
Oh, and we do have a winner for number 4. And I think only one person put, no, we've got 2 winners for 4. We've got Tracy and we've got Brent Lee.
Okay. And I shall honor the love for both of them.
Oh,
so they can both have a session.
So Brent Lee, you've got my details, and it just he can email me, and then I will forward it on to you, and Tracy as well. I think Tracy, think everyone's going to think this is a fix because she keeps on getting the right numbers every single time. Tracy. She has the luck of the Irish. She's kissed that Blarney Stone.
that just confirms my earlier reading for her, where she's got to trust herself, and the abundance is there. Did you know what I mean? Get out of that sense of, oh my gosh, woe me, almost, and believe in yourself. Okay.
Yeah, she's the 3rd time lucky. She's had 3.
Yeah, wonderful.
So she keeps on choosing the right numbers. So that's good. So it tells her that you're on the right direction.
Yeah, she's trusting her gut instincts. When she completely openly trust your gut instincts, you can never go wrong.
Very much so. And then amazing Brent Lee. I've got his details, and then I'll pass it on to you, and then you can chat to him. That's amazing. Well, it's almost that time of the night now, and it's just like we could just sit and chat until the cows come home.
Yes. And I mean, what I think,
parting words kind of thing.
I think the parting words from myself and my guides would be is whatever your future holds for you, it's all on the foundation of love. Okay, the journey that you are taking at the moment is, especially if you are going through stormy waters, a storm does not last forever. It is simply a transition from one place to another where you need to be taken, kicking and screaming, shall we say, sometimes. And we don't always understand things that happen around us and to us, why they are happening, until we get further along that journey and we say, oh, now I understand. So trust. And as Spirit says, we love you, we love you, we love you. Simple as that.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And Suki, we love you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
As usual, I always jump it on you on the last minute.
No problem. I've got quite quick at putting my lippy on in 10 minutes.
That's good. And so I just want to say, Tracy says, love these Friday night sessions, as I'm learning so much. And that's what it's all about. It's about us getting together, having a conversation, and helping somebody along the way to maybe have their aha moment, to find what they're looking for. So I'm glad, because, it's been important for me to be able to have that kind of, path going forward.
Yeah, and I mean, and thank you, Priscilla, and bless you, because I know it's not always easy for you to, pull your socks up and put your big girl pants on and get on there and bring this abundance of love for everyone to share in. And so thank you as well.
No, you're very welcome. Very welcome. And I'll continue to strive to do more.
Yes.
So it's a wonderful thank you from me. And I'll be here again, same time, same place, same next week. Next week will be a double session, because we'll be Friday and then Saturday at the Wellness Lifestyle Conference at 2 p.m. Where I'll be having a special guest, Leo Bonomo and Leanne Barefoot Medium from Australia, who will be joining me on the live at 2 p.m. on Saturday. But I'll be here again on the Friday as well with another special guest. And so I want to just say thank you so much, Suki, for joining us.
Oh, you're welcome.
Lots of love.
And thank you, everybody, for watching and joining in, and spread the love.
Spread the love. All we need is love.
Yeah, most definitely.
Love and light, everybody. Good night.
All right. Take care, everybody.